Kiwi Ears Orchestra II review. Honest flagship sound with detail, balance, and easy long sessions. Some IEMs impress you for 10 minutes, then quietly wear you down for the next 2 hours. If you have ever chased detail and ended up with sharp treble, thin vocals, or bass that feels oddly disconnected, you already know the frustration. I once finished an album wanting to love the tuning, but mostly feeling tired and slightly annoyed. That matters. You want something revealing, but still easy to live with. Sound familiar? The deeper problem is that this trade-off follows you everywhere. One set sounds exciting, but turns cymbals into glare. Another feels smooth, yet suddenly vocals lose presence, and the whole mix flattens into polite wallpaper. You keep swapping tips, swapping sources, and second-guessing whether the issue is the recording or the earphones. I remember sitting late one evening with a playlist open, jaw slightly tense, trying to convince myself a supposedly technical IEM was actually musical enough for a full session. It wasn't. The fatigue was subtle at first, then obvious. And when an IEM is meant for critical listening, mixing references, or all-genre use, that inconsistency becomes expensive in time and trust. There has to be a point where detail, imaging, tonal balance, and comfort stop fighting each other and start working together. That's the sweet spot. And once you hear it, you stop chasing random fixes. Here's what actually works. The Kiwi Ears Orchestra II takes a very deliberate approach with 10 balanced armature drivers per side and a 4-way crossover. But the real story is how that design translates into listening. Don't just pick any flagship IEM. Make sure it has a 4-way crossover with dedicated low, mid, high, and ultra-high BA drivers, so you never experience disjointed tuning and listening fatigue again. In practice, you get a neutral, warm, mid-centric sound that keeps vocals natural, instruments separated, and treble smooth enough for long sessions. Bass stays controlled rather than bloated, which helps mixes feel cleaner and less smeared. The sealed design also gives you solid isolation, while the modular 3.5mm and 4.4mm cable makes source matching refreshingly painless. Tiny detail, big relief. A friend editing late one night nearly missed a final mix check because his old set blurred vocal layers together, but the Orchestra II helped him catch the balance quickly and finish with confidence. There is one catch, though, and it's worth knowing before you buy. That catch is shell size. The handcrafted resin shells are lightweight, but they are on the larger side, so smaller ears may need patience with tip choice. Even so, the wider consensus is strikingly positive. Headphonics called the Orchestra II highly recommended and praised its excellent technical performance with a neutral tuning warmed by smoothness. A ranking summary gathered 6 expert reviews into a 7.9 out of 10 average, describing it as a refined all-rounder with standout mids, smooth yet lively treble, and strong technical performance. One everyday listener put it more simply: clean, clear sound with good bass. I noticed the same thing with imaging in dense tracks. Placement feels orderly instead of crowded. If your source is noisy, its high sensitivity may reveal that too. Still, with a clean source, the unresolved promise from earlier becomes real. Detail and comfort stop arguing. If you want an IEM that feels calmer, clearer, and more dependable across long sessions, the Kiwi Ears Orchestra II is a very sensible next step. More listeners and creators are gravitating toward balanced, all-genre tunings like this because they hold up beyond the first wow moment. Good sign. I remember putting these on for one track and staying for 4 albums, which says plenty. You'll find the affiliate link in the description and pinned comment, and if the Orchestra II sounds like your kind of tuning, it's well worth a closer listen.
For demo videos and current pricing, check the link in the description.